If you're quietly moving your budget from YouTube to newer platforms just because it feels old, you're probably cutting one of the most important influencer marketing channels that continue to work long after your campaign ends. Because today, YouTube have 2.7 billion users, and many of them use it to research what to buy next. And looking at the bigger picture, more than a half of all internet users go to watch a video, some kind of review, before they buy the product. Hello, everyone. I'm Alex, the CEO and co-founder of HypeAuditor, the world-renowned, AI-driven, all-in-one influencer marketing platform. And in this video, I want to walk you through what our first-party data says about influencer marketing state in YouTube and what to do with it in a practical way. Here is what we will cover: who you can reach on YouTube, what has changed on the platform, what the creator landscape looks like, which content categories dominate, and what channels are growing the fastest. Then, as usual, you get a short, data-driven, practical checklist to do your next influencer marketing campaign in YouTube more effective. So why YouTube is still matter for influencer marketing strategy? Let's start with a bigger picture. YouTube have 2.7 billion of users, and this is a huge platform in its prime, and it's reach almost half of all internet users. And it's much more than the place just to watch videos. It is the second largest search engine in the world, right after Google, which means influencer content stays discoverable for months, sometimes years after it goes live. What does it mean for brands? It's a big deal because the video you paid last quarter can be still discoverable year after, and bring you views, clicks, and conversions today. Now, let's see what the marketers have to say about YouTube. 56% of them believe that YouTube videos are the most important content type for influencer marketing, and 75% of all marketers still see YouTube as a crucial part of their influencer marketing strategy. And on the user side, 55% of all internet users say they turn to video to research products and services before they buy. And this is mostly YouTube videos. So YouTube is not just another channel in your mix. It's very important research layer in the buyer's journey that happens right before the decision to buy. So who you can actually reach on YouTube? Speaking about audience, our latest data shows that 60% of YouTube users are between 18 and 34. Inside that group, 25 to 34 years old are the single largest group, pointing at 37% of all users. So YouTube is very strong with young adults and early millennials. And this is still relevant for 18 to 24 years old groups, counting for 23% of all audience. And then it drops in the older groups, but as you can see on the screen, there is a still pretty big amount of the older audience, probably bigger than in any other social network. From the gender standpoint, YouTube is a mostly male audience with a 58% for the male and 42% for the female audience. So what does it mean to you on practical level? If you're in gaming, tech, finance, automotive, entertainment, YouTube is one of your best bets. You definitely need to work with it. And if you are in beauty, fashion, lifestyle, it's still strong, but you likely pair it with more female-oriented platforms like Instagram. And because of people coming to YouTube with the intent to learn, compare, and solve problems, it's especially good for consideration and conversion on the top of the awareness stage. They will see the reviews, they will get deeper in the product understanding, and that will help them to make real decision what to buy. So what's new on YouTube? Features that are most important for brands. YouTube is far from standing still, and there were a lot of updates in 2025. Let me share with you a few the most important ones. First one is AI auto dubbing, and this is huge. YouTube expanded its AI auto dubbing to hundreds of thousands of channels, and now creators can auto translate English videos into languages like French, German, Hindi, Italian, Spanish, Indonesian, Japanese, and Portuguese. And this is everything happening automatically in a matter of minutes, and it's working super good with the lip sync, with the sounds. The quality is really on the top level. And for the influencer campaigns, that means that the same video can now reach several language markets, and brands can think and act global with fewer product barriers. Basically, you create one piece of the content and reach much larger audience than it was before. And I'm pretty sure in the quite short period, we will see the auto dubbing for all main languages used on the planet Earth. YouTube launched YouTube Hype. This is a new product that YouTube launched to support small creators. Viewers can hype videos for the channels under 500,000 subscribers, and the most hyped videos climbed to the top of the leaderboard. In the first 4 weeks of Hype Beta in Turkey, Taiwan, and Brazil, users hyped videos more than 5 million times across 50,000 of unique channels. That means that YouTube is making steps forward to give more space for emerging channels and to build even more meaningful big channels in their creators list. And for the brands, this product is also important because it's another way to find rising talents with an authentic audience before they get too expensive. Because you will really see in this application what users like, what they are voting for, and this is a very good signals that the user will continue to grow, and probably it's a good stage to sign them for long-term contract. YouTube added shopping in shorts. That means that creator can tag product directly in short videos, and viewers can tap and buy it without leaving an app. Data shows that during the pilot, the videos that have shoppable content in it shows an average 8% increase in views compared to the shorts without shoppable content. That turns shorts into a social commercial tool. YouTube said back in October 2025 that viewers watched 35 billion hours of shopping-related videos on YouTube over the previous 12 months, which shows the strong demand in the shopping content and shopping intent from the YouTube audience. Now, viewers of YouTube can go directly from the product discovery to checkout just in a couple of clicks. And last one, YouTube expand its partner program. YouTube expanded for more channels that can monetize with ads, memberships, and merchandise shelves. YouTube is already one of the most rewarding platforms, and now it's expand to be available in markets including US, Canada, UK, Brazil, much of Europe, and selected markets in Latin America, MENA, APAC, and Africa. So much wider scope of the markets covered by YouTube Partner Program. For creators, it means more ways to earn from their work. YouTube stated that in the last 3 years, they paid more than $70 billion for creators, artists, and media companies. YouTube have one of the most rewarding platforms with the biggest payouts. That means that the new creators will continue to rise on this platform, and there will be more and more creators. For brands, it also means more serious creators, more consistent posting, and more openness to long-term deals, because creators will see YouTube as their main job, or at least one of the main streams of real income. The YouTube creators landscape. In terms of the size, it's all about nano creators. Our data show that YouTube creators are heavily concentrated in the small tiers. You can see on the screen that nano and micro creators together covers over 92% of all channels in YouTube. Which means that if you're going only for the big YouTubers or who have hundreds of thousands followers, you're missing the platform's depth. And moreover, you often get better reviews and better niche authority when we're speaking about small and mid-sized creators with more local, targeted audiences. For brands, it means it makes sense to build a mix of nano, micro, and larger channels, so you do not depend on one personality, and your mix really cover all your needs. You really want to invest in creator discovery and vetting beyond the obvious name you can find on the YouTube, because these sometimes can bring you unpredictably good results in niches that are specifically good for your product. What creators are talking about? Categories that dominate on YouTube. Let's look at the categories that dominates on YouTube, because they shapes how your brands show up. In 2025, you can see those top categories on the screen, and I will give you a few quick takeaways from this. YouTube is still focused on entertainment, but not only in the mindless scroll way, but on the big format entertainment like Mr. Beast full format show or other pretty big entertainment channels with a good production. Also, there is a strong focus on gaming, music, toys, kids content. And another thing that may be surprising for some of you, that the social issues and religion and spirituality are also quite popular on YouTube. That's mean that it's also a hub for identity, values, and long-term discussion, not just jokes and challenges. Now, growth. Who is growing fastest on the YouTube? Here on the screen, you can see our list of top growing YouTube accounts in 2025, and it says a lot about how the algorithm treat the creators. A few things that draw my attention, that Mr. Beast is still growth leader in absolute numbers, but relative numbers is also very good despite of his size. High production, global content continue to win audience attention. But in the list, you can see not just mega channels, several mid and large size channels show huge percentage of growth, sometimes more than 50-80% year over year. So there is a plenty room to grow despite some of established channels are being there. And also surprising thing that you can see that engagement rates vary a lot. Some fast growing channels have pretty modest ER and other have extremely higher ER. This means that audience growth and engagement rate is not necessarily linear connected. And here's a quick takeaway for you, that you need to look both at scale and audience interaction when you decide who actually influence your buyer, because quick growth doesn't necessarily mean good engagement and good connection with the audience. So what should you actually do with your YouTube channel in 2026? Let's go through the practical checklist. Number one, use your YouTube for consideration and intent stage. YouTube is where people search, compare, and decide. So you want to create product reviews, deep dives, how-to content, side-by-side comparison. Those formats match why people are on the platform. Number two, plan for the content that lasts. Unlike the short video formats, a good YouTube video can keep working for months. So brief creators with evergreen angles when it's possible, and negotiate price for the video so you can reuse the content on your site, use it on the paid social, on your other channels. It would be useful. Number three, build a broader creator portfolio. 92% of all influencers on YouTube have less than 50K subscribers. And that means that your best strategy would be a mix of nano, mid-tier, and also large creators. Niche experts for bigger depth and conversions, and the larger channels for brand awareness and top of the funnel. Number four, look beyond entertainment only. Entertainment is the biggest slice of YouTube content, but categories like social issues, religion, outdoor lifestyle, product reviews show that the serious topics can also perform. Match your product to the context where people actually care. Number five, use platform updates to go global and drive social commerce. Use AI auto-dubbing to test multi-language reach without reshooting content. For finding best small creators, watch YouTube Hide and spot early rising stars. And for the low funnel work, use shoppable shorts with a clear call to action and work with the very bottom of your funnel directly with sales. And number six, measure more than views. Look at watch time and retention, comments and saves, and not only on number, but also how meaningful those comments are. Are there any real conversation? Look at the click-through to your site or shop or your application, and when possible, use QR codes and tracking links to understand how YouTube affect your full funnel, not only its top stages. This was a checklist you can use right now to make your influencer marketing in YouTube work better. And if you are looking for the proper partner, at HypeAuditor, we use first-party data to help brands and agencies build the best influencer marketing campaigns possible through finding the right YouTube creators, understand their audience, benchmark their performance, and measure and estimate, predict even real impact of campaigns, not just vanity metrics. So if you want to lift up your influencer marketing performance, just go to HypeAuditor.com and book one of the demo sessions with our sales team. They will not only show you the product, but give you the best advices possible, how to improve your performance in terms of influencer marketing, so you will lose nothing and probably get something important. So this was influencer marketing state for YouTube 2026. And if you want to see more videos like this and raise your knowledge about influencer marketing, do not forget to put the thumbs up, subscribe on my channel, and push the bell to not miss the upcoming videos. And also, please check one of my latest videos. There is also a lot of useful information for your influencer marketing mix. Hope to see you in my subscribers list and see you in the next video. See you. Bye.